Hey, what's up guys? This is Halfway, broadcasting around the world. And guys, you're about to see me getting my first ever rabies shot. If you cannot tell by my body language and my facial expressions and my demeanor, I'm absolutely scared shitless right now. I'm a full-grown man who is afraid of needles, but you guys get to be part of my first ever rabies injection. Here we go. I have a...
Why? Why?
I have a YouTube channel, so I put it on for my YouTube channel. Oh, I hate sharks so much. Oh, God. Little did I know. At this point, the doctor had already finished giving me the shot, and I felt literally nothing. So it was the easiest shot of my life. And I didn't even know that he gave me the shot. I turned around and I thought maybe they were pulling a prank on me because it felt literally like he touched me with his finger. So all of my worry was for absolutely nothing. That was the best shot ever. I didn't even feel it. He's the best. You're the best. That was the... Oh, good. I don't even feel it. Nothing.
No, not much.
Hey, what's up guys? This is Halfway, broadcasting around the world. And as you saw in the last video, I got the shot for my rabies. I don't know if I had rabies or not. But I got the shot for rabies. And I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the things I went through and what I learned and what you can do here in Cambodia, or what you should do if you're in the situation. Or maybe not what you should do, but if that's what you decide you want to do. So like I said in the last video that I put out, I was scratched by a stray cat that got in the house, and I was trying to remove it from the house, and it scratched my hand and my foot. And like I said in the last video, it wasn't something that I thought I needed to go to the doctor for, whatever, blah, blah. But after doing more research, I decided that would be best if I went and got a rabies shot. So as you guys just saw a minute ago, that's what I went ahead and did. I went to the hospital or the clinic and got a rabies shot. So I'll tell you my experience and maybe what you can expect and or what are some things that you can think about. So what I learned about rabies in the short time that I was actively researching rabies and stuff about it is that it's transferred through the saliva of an infected mammal. So as far as I'm aware, you can only get it from another mammal, and it can only be transferred through the saliva. However, that could mean if you, for example, in my circumstance, I don't believe that I was bit at all by the cat. It only scratched me. However, it was saying like if the cat licked its little paws before it bit you, and it had some saliva in its claws, when it scratched you, then you could get rabies from that. But as far as I'm aware, that's the only way it can be transferred is through the actual saliva. It was also saying if it salivates or if some saliva gets into your eyes, it can get transferred that way. But again, from the saliva. So that's the number one thing to look out for, especially if you're bitten by a cat or a dog, whatever, and you're not sure if it has rabies, probably get a rabies shot. Again, that's the same road that I went down. I don't think the cat that bit me had rabies. I have no reason to think that. I have no reason to not think that. Again, it was just some stray cat that got into the house and we were trying to kick it out, and it scratched me. So again, I don't know if it had rabies, and I really didn't think so, but again, to be on the safe side, because if you get rabies, you will die, I decided it was the best option to go ahead and get the rabies shot. So I went to a place that I've spoken about before. It's the same place that I went to when I got into my moto accident, when I got my moto jacked from me. And I had 2 broken ribs, and I was all messed up. but I went to this place for that, and I also went there for my food poisoning, my really bad food poisoning. It's called ICU Clinic. It's right off street, I think it's called Street 173, and it's very near to the Chinese Embassy. So it's very close to the Chinese Embassy, and it's on, I think, it's right off Street 173. It's called ICU, like Intensive Care Unit Clinic. So that's where I went for mine. I was recommended to go to a place called, I hope I'm saying this right, Pasteur, which I think is like a French NGO. I'm not 100% sure about any of this information. But my school recommended that I go there, and then the adult classes that I teach, some of the students from there recommended that I go there. And as far as I'm aware, it's like a French NGO. But there's been this weird, like, rabies meme, or this rabies hysteria going on actually in Cambodia recently. And I was told if I go to Pasteur that there's going to be like a long wait, and a lot of people are going just to get rabies vaccines, even if they haven't contracted or even haven't been in the situation to contract rabies. So again, I know this place called ICU Clinic that I've been going to, or I've gone to 2 other times for other serious things or semi-serious things that I've had happen, and they've always been very professional and clean and nice, and I like going there. So we called them and asked if they have the rabies vaccine, and they did have it. So that's actually where I went. So it's $20 per shot, if you're wondering about the cost. $20 per shot, and there are a total of 5 shots that you have to get, so that's $100 for the whole entourage of serum that you have to get, which isn't bad if you think about $100 compared to, again, back home for me, I don't know how much this would be in the US, $600, $1,000, I don't know. So not terrible. But yeah, again, so I have to go 4 more times. I don't know exactly how spaced everything is, but I have to go again in 3 days. I have to go again on Saturday. So I had my first shot today on. So I have to go back again on Saturday, which is 3 days from now. And then I think I have to go like another 3 days, and then 2 days, 1 day. I don't know the exact schedule. I'll keep you guys updated as I go. But basically I have to get 5 different shots, and over the course of a week or so. But again, so if you're in Cambodia or anywhere, I guess it's kind of relevant anywhere. If you get especially bitten by an animal that you don't know, definitely should probably get a rabies shot. Even if you do know it, that's the thing. Like, even if this was my cat that bit me, if I had a cat that was still living here, and it was a cat that went outside sometimes, like there are rats, if you go down in like the alley by my street, you'll see like rats down there, and there's other animals, like you never know, even if it's your cat that you love and trust, it still could have gotten bit by another animal that had rabies, and then that animal will have rabies. So there's just really no way to know. It's just better to be safe than sorry. That's kind of the approach that I took. Again, do I really think 100% or a high percentage that the cat that scratched me had rabies? Probably not. I think really probably not. But again, is it worth, risking my life for? Because again, once you get rabies, you're gonna die. Like, that's it. That's the end of the story. So I just pegged it as probably I don't have rabies, probably the cat didn't have rabies, but there's the chance that it did, and I should take that precaution. So that's basically it, guys. Just remember, if you get scratched or bit by an animal, go get the rabies shot just to be safe. Again, it's 5 shots. It's not cool. It's $100, but it's definitely worth your life. That $100 is worth your life. Those 5 shots, going to the doctors 5 times, is worth, continuing to live for. And all right, guys, that's about it. But I'll keep updating these probably as I go get more of these shots. And maybe I'll talk a little bit more about animals in Cambodia. I think some people have a misconception about like wild or rabid dogs or like street dogs or cats here. And I came across some of this information doing my research about rabies in Cambodia, and also just what I've experienced here. So maybe that's also like a side video I can make about street animals and, you know, like animals on the street, whatever. All right, guys, this is Halfway broadcasting around the world, Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Spay new to your pets. All right, peace, guys, peace.